Good morning, everybody. I hope you are doing well on this Saturday. You know, if you grew up in a Protestant church like me or didn't grow up in church at all, you probably aren't familiar with a term that is applied to this Saturday, the Saturday between Good Friday and Easter. And it's called the Harrowing of Hell. And it's a term that came into being to describe what Jesus was doing on Saturday. The Bible tells us that Jesus descended after his burial, his death and burial. He descended into the depths, into hell, and he took the keys of hell and death from Satan, and that he brought up with him the righteous who had died before Jesus came to earth, and he took them to heaven. And then, of course, he came back to the tomb, and the stone was rolled away, and he was resurrected for all to see. But this morning, as I was meditating on that, I was just thinking about how true it is that so often we feel like God is doing nothing. And I'm sure that for the disciples and all the other believers in Jesus, the ones who had loved him and followed him, on that Saturday, they felt like God really had died. He was just doing nothing. And instead, while they thought he was doing nothing, Jesus was doing the most that he did the entire time. He was taking on Satan head on and totally vanquishing him, bringing freedom and release and deliverance, but it didn't look like it at all. I just want to encourage you. And quite possibly you're in a season where Jesus is harrowing your hell, so to speak, where you're going through very hard things and it looks like nothing is going on God's part of the thing. But I promise you, it is. He's being faithful. So on this day that we tend to sing things like "Low in the grave he lay, waiting the coming day," just remember, Jesus is as active now as he has ever been or ever will be. Resurrection is coming. Can't wait to celebrate it with you tomorrow. Love you so much.